Hello everybody! Welcome to another live stream, part 2. We're going to be doing another part 2 intro. What's going on everybody? This is Psyche here, and today we're going to be doing another rank stream featuring Blake. We got Blake, old time friend here, and yeah, we're going to be playing some rank. Hope you guys had a good day so far. Let's see what Blake wants to do, or is he waiting for me to respond to a message I'm never going to see? Okay, yep, that's what I thought. Good thing I saw it this time. I'll ask Paul. Let's see. Hold up, hold up. Let's see if he's online. He's not. Perfect. Let's ask him then. What kind of intro is this? Silent intro? You know, we're bringing back the mime style of intros. You know, silent theater, you know? Gotta bring back the silent films. By the way, my rank duo has forgotten to switch a couple times last season, and with no pre-selected character, made them play either their most used character or the last split. That was a feature a couple months ago, where if you don't have a selected character, it does one of those things. It's really hard to find out what those things are, but there is one way. I think there is one way. I recently was checking my B skins, what B skins I could unlock. And if you see here, if you go to your B skins, and you click use, it actually shows something called Fave. What is Fave? Is this like a team name? And then I realized Fave means like the most recently used survivors. Which is crazy, by the way, because if I saw this on my account 4 years ago, I would think that some really bad player was playing on my account. Because these used to be like the worst characters in the game 4 years ago. But apparently they're my faves now. OMG, they're my fave. So, maybe it's based off of that. Maybe if you check your B skin, you'll find out what your current favorite survivors. There's no Psyche made movies in 1920s. Yeah. I have them both. Most recently used character. I think there's another way to find out your most recently used character. It should be somewhere in here. Recently played. We got a Lucky Guy, Wildling, Mercenary, and Gravekeeper. A pretty sad selection of survivors, besides maybe the Lucky Guy. Although I think Wildling has a lot more skill to it than you would think. Not the running away from the hunter part. That one is... we don't talk about that. Bring back Valley Girl Psyche. That was a long time ago. I think we still do it every once in a while. The Starbucks girl voice. Alright, we're gonna ask Numer as well, I guess. Oh boy, where even is Numer? Alright, we found him. Do you wanna play rank today? I don't have a mercenary badge anymore. Listen, I had first mercenary badge for too many weeks in a row. 30 plus. Dude, it's so sad that they don't really do, like past badges until they actually release past badges. Because had it not been for that, I would have hundreds upon hundreds of S badges in first place for stuff like Coordinator, Mercenary, Gravekeeper. Obviously all the rescuers, I'm the one who usually has to play those rescuers, so whenever you check the leaderboard, guess who's #1 coordinator before I thought Mercenary was a good survivor? It was me. Though Coordinator and Mercenary, they have their advantages. Nowadays those advantages are like, the advantage of Coordinator is long, long gone. But back then Coordinator had a much bigger advantage over Mercenary. Even after they buffed him, I still felt for a long time that Coordinator was more helpful than Mercenary to a team. And she definitely was. She definitely was more helpful to a team than Mercenary. So Mercenary can't really support his teammates. Plus he has slower decoding. If you wanted to win, I would always be going Coordinator. But then they dropped Blood Queen and Coordinator just died. Coordinator used to have 30% share resistance too. That was the biggest reason I did play Coordinator. Yes, perfect. Yes, we need 2, but 1 is good. Okay. We might get Numer in here. Let's invite him. It looks like he's willing to play. Yo, thank you so much, Nev, for the $1 donation. No message, but thank you so much. Doesn't even let you send a sticker? Anyway, thank you so much, Nev. I really appreciate it. Also, Net, I'm beating you to the announcements lately on Discord. By the way, we have a Discord server in the description below. I hope the link still works. Let me know if the link doesn't work. It says infinite. It says it lasts forever, but it dies after like 6 months. And I can never remember when was the last time I even put that link down there. Probably 3-4 months ago, something like that. I don't know, man. Time kind of moves really quickly. The dono sound. First time you heard that? It's like, how much do I have to pay for you to change the dono sound? We're keeping the dono sound. You're not changing my mind on it. Okay. Numer didn't accept. I sent you an invite. Do you want another? Numer? Numer, wakey wakey. Hold up, are you number one for that $1 donation? You're number one chatter for that number one donation. Oh, did he disappear? Numer! What are you doing? Numer! Brother! Oh, Paul's texting me. 1 second? Bruh. It's 7-Eleven right now. Most popular store in Thailand. Alright. Damn, bruh. Numer's telling me he was about to play Hunter Rank. Doesn't say if he is gonna play Hunter Rank. He was about to. I asked him, Numer, where you at? Come on, brother. Yo, thank you. Oh, Numer's texting! I think he's about to say no. Paul and Pitt are playing. Oh god, Pitt. I thought Pitt's a Hunter player. Sure. Alright. Numer says we can link up. YouTube leaderboard has too many sweats. Look at these sweats out here. Net, Creamy Michi. I mean, I'm not complaining. You guys sweating with your money? I mean, listen, I'll take it, man. Psyche match so I could go against you. We're waiting on Paul and what's his name? Paul and Pitt. Okay, he's existing. He's existing. I don't know if I should invite him. I may as well, I guess. You can invite. Okay, good. Alright. It's been a while since I've been in a room with Pit Stoppers. I wonder how he's doing, man. Usually he's like playing, usually he's playing Hunter, right? We got Paul here. There's Paul, everybody. I'm surprised that Shadow's actually close to the same height as a Survivor. Usually these guys are really tall compared to the Survivors. Did they change the sizes of the Hunters in the room? Every single Hunter except like Clown, Hellenbert, and Gamekeeper. Maybe even Gamekeeper I think was taller, but only because of the antlers. Alright. Yo. Thank you so much, Net, for the $2 donation. Like I said, man. Like I said, man. Keep it up, guys. Keep it up. I'm not complaining. You're not gonna see me complaining. Don't look at me. Do we have a problem? Yes, we do. We do have problems. The back-to-back donuts. Thank you so much. Giving life to that donation message. Making me feel happy I updated that in the first place. We'd be hearing like 5 minutes of Among Us music right now at the start of the stream. Hater's gonna hate on Thief, but he's gonna carry trust. Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much for coming in, Decent Trash. First guy who said something. I think, right? That's the only thing that shows me. You're eating so hard you can update chat while you're in a match? I don't understand. Hi Oka, devil face tongue. Okay, I'm not gonna ask what's going on there. You're muted, Silver. Yo, thank you so much, Creamy Michi, for the $5 donation. It's rolling money in here. I mean, listen, man. Go ahead, fight for the leaderboard all you want. I'm just enjoying it, you know. It's fun, you know. Nothing going on here. Nothing going on. I mean, thank you so much for real, guys, though. Thank you so much, Creamy Michi, and that. Really appreciate it, guys. Watch, it's gonna die down. Everyone's gonna get tired of the leaderboard thing in like a week from now, maybe a month. And then we're gonna act like it doesn't exist anymore. We're gonna be like, hey, what's this #1 by my name? I'm gonna be like, oh yeah. When they first added that, people really competed for that. Now no one even notices anymore. Thank you so much, Bree, for the $5 donation. Thank you guys so much. Dude, thank you so much, Bree. Bree, I don't think that's gonna get you #1, but I appreciate it, Nets. You gotta chill, man. We haven't even started the stream yet. We're literally waiting in the room for Pit Stoppers. Is he even online? Pit is not even online. Unless he's showing up on an alt account? No, we can technically put him. I love how Ellie's voice is just randomly in there, by the way. He's just permanently on here forever now. You can always hear Ellie. Even if he stops playing Identity 5 and moves on from YouTube, he'll always be remembered on this channel. In his own channel, of course. But like, we got a little memorial to the old days. Thank you so much though, guys. I really appreciate it. Yo, I can click on a goal. Make super chat more fun with a goal. Yo. Grimmy Michi! I need to stop putting this on my credit card. You gotta stop, man. You gotta stop. Thank you so much, though. I don't know if I can refund you. Man, you guys are making me work double time to like all your donations. Thank you so much. Who's the top fan now? Oh, it's still Nat. You're still behind by 10 XP, Grimmy Michi. Bree went up by like 300. Thank you so much, Bree. That doesn't really mean anything, but I do thank you for the $5. It's like encouraging people to be very social. Listen, man, I'm not doing anything. Do you pay Ellie for using his voice? Unfortunately, Ellie got no part of the proceeds in using that. Nah, man. Nah, bro. These are my Fearin' funds. What even is that? Dude, I don't even know what that is. What are you guys coming up with? Alright, thank you so much for doing that. Nah, come on, man. Making me look stupid out here. Use that energy to get Psyche and Reg, not empty your bank account. Listen, man, where is my boy? Oh, they're chatting. They're chatting here. I told you I wouldn't see. All right, I see Numer's on as well. The chaos on my names. You are being kidnapped. Please do not resist. Numer said you're with Pit. Or has our game of telephone caused more issues? What game of telephone? Is he Jigsaw? Pit has answered. Oh, hasn't. He's on hold with someone. Seki, I rewatched our novelist Wildling combo. Okay. We had a really good moment where I think Paul switched places with the hunter with the book, and I just pushed the hunter knowing where he would appear. Like he swapped, and then as soon as he swapped, I'm already charging to where the hunter is gonna be and push them even further away. It wasn't that far away because there was a tree, unfortunately, or maybe like a crate or something like that, but that was still really good. I don't even know how we managed to. Like, we managed to bring back a game where Mechanic, you know, didn't do a bad kite, but it definitely wasn't a winning kite. I was even on the fence of even rescuing that game. And we ended up winning that game, I believe, right? We ended up winning that game. The game that I didn't even really want to rescue because I didn't think there's any way to come back the kite. I'm like, you know what? You know, let's try. Let's try. Maybe we can pull something off. And then I get on my pig, right? But then Paul comes with the book first before I even do anything. He switches spots. And I pushed the hunter so far away, and he just used his pickaxe, so it's not like he has an easy way to get back to the mechanic. So that was really good. That was a good game, though. It's like you should have saved that clip, saved that and clipped it or something. What do you mean? Shirtless stream, you say? Oh god, we're bringing this back. Yes, there will be a shirtless stream. I'm gonna probably wait till my siblings move out and go to college. They're going in the same college now. Fun fact. So, but it's gonna be on campus, very far from here, so it's just literally gonna be me and my mom. It's so ironic because me and my mom, out of all the siblings, out of all of us, I've gotten the least well with my mom. I just find it funny that I'm the last one standing here. It's just us, the irony. All the kids are gone, it's just me and my mom. It's like you gotta start utilizing shorts. That would have been epic clipped. But clip what? Remember when T donated like 500? Yes, I do remember. We're gonna bring that back. Don't worry. Don't worry. I still remember. Okay, we can start, guys. We don't have to wait a whole hour. I don't know if Pitt. I don't know. I don't know if Pitt even knows where he's playing with us though. I was gonna say if Pitt like sends me a personal message like, "Hey Psyche, I'm gonna be there. Could you wait like 5 minutes?" I'm like, "Okay." You know, he let me know. So we'll respect that. I don't even know if he knows we're playing with us. He might just know that Paul wants to play with him. Psyche, you should use the money we gave to order a summer prospector cosplay or a summer batter cosplay. What are you talking about? They have no clothes on. That's the whole cosplay. That's the cheapest kind of cosplay you can get. You're born with that cosplay. Don't worry. It's free. Lore reveal, Psyche apparently not a mama's boy. Unfortunately, no. I used to be a lot more. 500 years later, we're still waiting for Psyche's rank stream reaction star. I know! I'm here. I'm just chilling. We need one. I mean, we don't need one. I play without 3 sometimes. It gives me flashbacks about the emote with the fish with the big lips. Did I remember that? The rapper fish? The rapper fish with the broken teeth? Or is it a different one? Yeah, I know. Half the rank match... We actually already lost 1/6 of the session. 1/6 of the session is gone, man. We don't even get to practice the thief. No lucky guy gameplay. No epic wilding boar saves. You know, this is actually really good to troll Michi, because Michi has no idea when we're about to start matching, and since our matches take like 3 seconds, there's no way they're gonna match with us. How fast are your matches as Hunter at this tier, by the way? Do you get instant matches as well? Saiki always doing math. 1/6. How did you get a fraction on your keyboard? 1/6 of the session? Please just say 20 minutes. 1/6 of the session. You get an idea of how long we have left. You know, 1/6. It sounds a lot scarier than 20. Like 20 out of how much time? You know, it could keep going on and on and on. But when you give a number on it, you're like, oh shoot, we're running out of time. We gotta go. Alright. Well, we are going, and we're here now. Is Darkwoods. Ooh, everyone's favorite map. Everyone loves Darkwoods. Alright, what are we gonna play though? Blake is going coordinator. Alright, let's see. Let's start off with Wowling. Warm-up match. Warm-up. It's really hard to fail when you can't get killed in the first place unless it's Gamekeeper, in which case this is definitely not going to be the warm-up match. This is going to be the lock-in match if it's Gamekeeper. Whenever we're playing Wildling. I don't really see Gamekeeper anymore, though. I saw one Gamekeeper, what, a few days ago. Blake. Okay. Psyche clickbait. We'll have to play Thief. Don't worry. We'll be doing Thief as well. Don't worry. We'll be doing Thief as well. Why people ban Priestess on Darkwoods? Well, there are pretty annoying... here's the thing. I don't really know. I've never really thought about portal spots on Darkwoods. There are, like, tall logs, but those logs don't really lead anywhere to portal through. They just kind of lead you to the edge of the map with nothing. You could get some long portals here across this wall. I'm assuming you can portal through that. Sometimes, there are some walls that just won't let you portal through, though. Okay. Let's see. Man, this map feels so messy to look at. It used to be so much more messy, but it still feels messy to look at to the point where if there's axewood trees, it's just like, man, there's so much to look at. You know, I'm still getting used to the actual layout of the map, and we got random trees here, confusing me even more. Alright. I can't imagine past Psyche. Oh, we got a heartbeat. I feel my heart beating. Blake is getting chased. Okay. Hold up, really? I mean, I don't see him getting chased. Is he? Is the hunter just inside the cabin? I mean, he must be getting chased. He's going upstairs. Yeah. You guys saw the hunter's red light through that hole right there? I'm gonna break the tree here so Blake doesn't get a purple soul from walking in here. Or not from walking in here, but when he leaves this tree, he would get a purple soul. Let's see, does he even have 1,000 presents? He doesn't even have 1,000 presents. He has nothing to catch up through all this distance. Okay, that was a really weird route from Blake. Used broken windows to take a longer route than just straight ahead of her. I don't know about that. There's like a really big curve right there. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it is a little bit faster. I don't actually know. Probably not. Judging from the way Blake was coming from, if Blake was coming from that side of the map, obviously the window's already conveniently in your path. Ooh, okay, excitement. Next excitement is going to be up at 32 seconds on surrender timer. Though I'm probably not going to remember. Hunter did not climb up. Hunter saw that he dropped down early. That's the one issue with that drop down and why I never use it. I always use the other drop down because of that exact issue. Now is definitely going to be a great time to harass though while excitement is on cooldown. The problem is the restful road. No, don't die. He'll survive here for now. No, he's slow. Wait, we saved his life. Oh my god, he's gonna get a stun off. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna leave now because the thing is, once the hunter has 1000 presence, it's very easy to just pick up very quickly and there's no way I'm gonna save my teammate before he fully gets picked up. That's good enough with me. He managed to save his life, get him inside the pal, followed with a stun. I mean, that was nasty. I'm very confused why the hunter is running excitement. There's really only 2 characters on this team that excitement would be good against, because against Wildling, what you do is you just put the restful road. It doubles your pickup speed, not to mention if you have even more pickup on your persona build. I'm actually just going to use the pig to go straight to the survivor here. And I really don't like playing Wildling against Axploit because... Oh, he wasted his soul. Thank you. Alright, sure, whatever. I don't actually need that pig. I'm not going to harass for him. Though it does suck to have it on a 60-second cooldown. I definitely meant to press the button to get off my pig there, but I was a little bit late. Obviously, you don't want to let your pig die if you're anyway going to take a hit. Happens to be that we actually made him hit the chair, so it worked out in this case. But usually you do want to try to keep the pig, you know? You should try to keep it. Was that an excitement? That was excitement. He has no trait. Now, he could definitely swap here. Not traits, but swap targets. So we gotta be careful here. Especially because we don't have our pig, you know, we're very exposed right now. We gotta be careful. In fact, if he goes down here, I am just gonna leave. Just to play really safe. Because, you know, okay, now that's good enough. That's long enough for me to open this gate, so I can just force that up. He doesn't even go for me, so I might have gotten off, and then we can just easily... Oh, you know what? We have coordinator or doctor here. So I actually might have had to commit to the gate no matter what there, because if I don't commit to the gate, yes, I can escape very easily to the, you know, across the map with my pig. But our teammate cannot, so... Skeletor missing Psyche's Wildling. He would love this. Nothing special that game. I don't even know why the Expo used his soul on the pig. His goal was to kill the pig, so I'm on a longer cooldown. I'm not really going to need the pig against Axploit. I'm not going to want the pig against Axploit. I don't know if you guys realize this, but Tide Turner only lasts 20, and the pig takes 30 seconds cooldown, even if I get off the pig. So there's really no need to kill the pig. You can just save your abilities till after the Wildling gets off this pig. And that's what makes Wildling kind of scary against Axploit, is that, you know, you might have an easy time getting to the chair with the pig, but you don't have an easy time actually getting the rescue off. You don't have a way to stun, you know, slide right past Hunter with an elbow pad, or try to fool them with a pocket watch. None of that stuff. Not even like a faster rescue like with Gravekeeper, which is, even that is helpful. And with your slower movement speed compared to other rescuers, Wildling does move 5% slower than other survivors. It makes it surprisingly a lot harder to dodge the soul when it comes your way. So you play Barmaid so we can hear your tangent about how trash she used to be for her 12th time. No. Barmaid's a lot better now, though. Barmaid's a lot better, but... No. Still would not play her. Man, those were funny times, though. That when you made a drink, you injured yourself. That made no sense. That made no sense. When you made a drink, you injured yourself. When you drank the speed drink, you injured yourself. You were just asking to get blinked to death. Hold up, I gotta get my water here. Psyche, what perks do you use in DBD? To have any perks in DBD, you need to play hundreds of hours, which is one of the problems with the game. So I don't really have any perk builds. I'm very sorry, man. But don't worry, there's a YouTuber called No Perks since 2020, so you don't really need perks technically to play the game well, but with how many there are in the game and how many hunter ones there are as well that confuse you, the game is just really poorly explained. I have a lot of complaints about Dead by Daylight and why Identity 5 does the game so much better. Like, before I played Identity 5 before I played Dead by Daylight, but I have heard about Dead by Daylight before Identity 5. I just never played. I've never really knew the exact like differences. I just knew the exact same. It's the exact same concept. But the thing about Dead by Daylight is it does almost everything so much worse. Almost everything. There's almost nothing I can compliment Dead by Daylight on. The only thing I will compliment Dead by Daylight on is the fact that there's a lot more versatility with your builds and creativity and what you can and, you know, what you can do in Dead by Daylight versus what you can't do in 95. But, you know, there's so many issues with Dead by Daylight. The whole idea of being versatile with your builds actually causes a problem. Although it's a benefit, it also causes a problem because then anyone who tunes in to Dead by Daylight as a new player, there's literally hundreds of different perks, all with unique effects. There's no explanation during the game what they do. You just have to wait till after the game, and chances are you're probably going to forget anyway. So, you know, just memorizing all the perks and what they do is going to be so confusing. You're going to have so many confusing deaths for no reason because it's not explained during the game what's causing the hunter to be what or why you can't decode your cipher machine or something like that. And I love the. I was about to say there's no camera here. I love the concept of Dead by Daylight. I mean, I play Identity 5. It's literally the exact same concept. It's the exact same concept. 4 survivors, 1 hunter. You escape by stalling. You don't actually kill anyone. It's very unique. Only the hunter does the killing, which gives a lot of power to the hunter. And then surprisingly, makes it a fun game as a survivor to be like, oh, we can actually do something against this guy. We can stall him out. We can make their life very painful and still win the game. And it's a very cool concept that instead of like so many American games that are all about just shooting and killing and you just kind of repeat the process, you have to think outside the box. And that's what I love so much about the game. And my dad tells me as well that he finds it really cool that this is not just a simple, like, oh yeah, just run away. Because you can't. The hunter's faster than you. You have to think, you know, how am I going to stall him? Again, that's why I really like the concept. And Dead by Daylight is the same concept, but what Dead by Daylight does wrong, some of it is preference, but other things are actual problems in the game. Like, huge problems in the game. I'm not talking balance-wise. Like, I know a lot of people complain about the balance and there's really broken stuff, and then it's a cycle of devs having to nerf and buff stuff, and then there's just nerf it again. They release new stuff, it's too broken, they nerf it again. There's another new broken thing. I get that. That's going to be in every game. So I'm not complaining about that. What I am complaining about is the actual process of progressing, of actually learning the game. Hold up, is she going to... Oh my goodness. I thought for a second Blake was going to get hit there, because that was a drop-down hit. I don't know if you guys picked that up, but if you dig right next to the hunter, they can literally drop down next to you through the hole. Kane, stop complaining. But that's why I play Identity 5. That's like when I go back to Dead by Daylight, every time I play Dead by Daylight, I'm like, I realize why I hate Dead by Daylight so much and why Identity 5 does everything so much better. I don't know. Just yesterday, I played it with one of my friends. And I got so salty one of these matches because I knew what the hunter did and I just forgot about it. And there's no explanation. There's nothing like that. If you try to read the hunter's perks, it doesn't say that's what they do. If there's a hunter who gives himself, you know, no heartbeat, like the Demogorgon, it will not tell you that they don't get a heartbeat from a tunnel. Even though I've played Demogorgon, I literally know that he does that. I just forgot. It's so sad. That's just one of my complaints with the game, though. Hold on, maybe we can save this guy. Prevent the mirror. Okay. We can still prevent the mirror here, but I don't know where he's going. Okay, he's going that way. She's probably gonna... Man, there's so many walls here. We're probably gonna take a hit here. If she charges her attack... We're still blocking the mirror. She can't use her mirror right now. It's on cooldown. She probably will have it back right about now. Again, we're not blocking for very long anymore. Hold up. Hold up. Okay, no, Novelist got it covered. Okay. Just gotta be careful we don't die here, because we also don't want to give an easy death. Hold up, did the hunter lose? No, the hunter did not lose him. Okay, we're gonna surprise her here. Maybe we can get like a surprise thing here. Block her mirror surprisingly. Oh, it's gonna be so hard though when she's moving side by side. Yes, we got it! Showing Paul why Thief is so good. Notice that we have not gotten a single stun. It's not the stun doing the work. I'm so worried about Blink here. And obviously when we go behind these walls, we're not going to be able to use the flashlight very well. That's the one downside of Thief. Thankfully, he did not get wanted order. That could have been really bad. So now she doesn't necessarily know where she is, but I'm also worried that she's just going to YOLO mirror. She does YOLO mirror. Does she find him? Oh, yeah, that's 100% getting seen. I'm hoping Lawyer stays on his side for good. And he is going to survive here a little bit. He even gets Blink out. Ooh, kind of a waste flywheel. Cypher was primed, but he didn't ping it. Now I'm actually a little bit worried for my life here. Because next time I go down, we're just going to... Hold up, but she can't swap traits. She already used Blink. She swapped it, but it doesn't do anything. Nice. He even got Mirror out too. Lawyer's doing the gate. Hunter used Blink. She literally has to switch targets here. Which she might do, especially because she can literally see Blake. I really don't like that Blake's hugging me. How you doing, Blake? I feel like we're gonna die here. Okay, she opted not to go for me though. So we're gonna get back right on Paul's gate. She still doesn't have teleport up, but it's getting closer and closer. She is stalling this game out. That's why I said it would be a good idea to switch gates right there. Or switch targets. Watch out for teleport? Why? He doesn't have a tray. He just used Blink. I hope that doesn't cost us now. Oh shoot, that might actually cost us now. Hold up. My fly was like a few seconds down. Okay, thankfully it did not cost us. Whew. That scared me, man. That was a clutch mirror cancel. There is one thing you have to watch out for. I actually did a mistake. Sometimes there are times where it is a bad thing to cancel the Hunter's ability, because then you start the cooldown a little bit sooner. Like the case with Blood Queen. The way Blood Queen works is that when she makes a mirror, she's not technically on a cooldown yet. Her mirror still has to disappear. When you flashlight the Hunter, you make the mirror end prematurely and start the cooldown sooner than it would have otherwise. So there was that one thing where I did that a little bit too early. Like she just used a mirror, and there were a couple seconds that passed, but I still flashlighted a little bit too early. So all it did was like let's say there's like 6 seconds left on the mirror to disappear, and then there's a 15-second cooldown after that. Me using the flashlight skips that 6 seconds and goes straight to the 15-second cooldown when the mirror is already not useful anyway. Like when she already swapped positions with the mirror, when the mirror's across the map, it's not going to do anything. We kind of help her when we do that. So one thing to keep in mind. Blood Queen is really the only Hunter in the game, and Violinist. That's the other Hunter in the game, where they throw their ability out, and their ability, they cannot control it once they throw it out. They just have to wait for it to end. So, something like Violinist or Blood Queen, when you use your flashlight too early, you help them out. But it's kind of interesting, because Violinist is an interesting case, because unlike Blood Queen, when his violin note disappears, he already has his next one. So he's very unique from Blood Queen in that sense, where you can still use your flashlight after he throws out his violin note. Just keep in mind that when you do that, after he just threw out a note, normally he would have to wait 13 seconds for that to go away, but when you use your flashlight and cancel his ability, the violin note disappears, and all he has to do is just wait out the time for the flashlight blocking his ability to run out. Now he can throw another violin note. So there's no such thing with Violinist as like stopping a cooldown from increasing. It's only you remove their ability earlier, you prevent it when he already has it, which makes Thief a lot worse against Violinist, which thankfully we never see, but that's why Violinist is way harder to kite as Thief. It's a very interesting case. Violinist can do a lot of different things. Violinist can use charge attacks and swing, look in the other direction, use his 1000 presence, and he doesn't get slowed down from wasting swings, which is a really big advantage for a character like Violinist, where he will just charge attack backwards, so he's not gaining any stun. But when he uses his 1000 presence ability, he also does not get slowed down from a missed charge attack, so he just keeps getting closer and closer. He just keeps charging his attack, looking backwards, and It's kind of ironic, but Violence is never used. I don't even remember the last time I saw Violence, but he might be one of the hardest hunters to go against as Thief. Not to mention that you could get sniped from far with a Violent no, you know. Are we on Asia server, Lucky Guy ban? I don't know. It might be a troll, it might be someone genuine. It's also NAEU, and you have to remember in NAEU, they do a lot of copying. Like, people just tend to copy a lot. Like, they don't really know why a ban is good or bad to do. They just kind of, like, see it. Oh, like, in China, they're playing a lot of Lucky Guy. Let's ban Lucky Guy here in NAU. Like, 90% of the time, most people don't even know what's going on in Asia. And the other thing is that... Okay, nice. Now we can safely do the Cypher Machine. Seki, can you do a stream for my birthday? Speaking of birthday, it's going to be my birthday tomorrow. I think we're going to do a bonus stream tomorrow. I think we're going to do a character randomizer. So stay tuned for that. We're going to have a bonus stream Friday. I'm pretty certain about it. I don't think we're doing anything tomorrow because my mom has work. So we're not going to have like a party. And on top of that, I don't also think my aunt is going to show up on Friday. She usually comes like weekends, which is going to be after my birthday. Probably, right? I'm assuming so. But anyway. You actually have the same birthday as me, Michi? I don't think you do, right? Do you? Happy birthday, Psyche. Thank you so much. Your birthday isn't until late August? Gotcha, gotcha. Okay, Novels versus Shadow. That's not so good. Happy early birthday. Thank you guys so much. But don't worry, we're going to be coming back with another stream tomorrow, so you can save all your birthday wishes for tomorrow. I appreciate it, guys. Psyche was streaming on my birthday, a coincidence, and I gave him a skin. Was it the Lawyer Penpoint skin? What was that? I forgot by now. I entirely forgot, but many years ago, a long time ago, the devs added like a wish list option to skins. I think this was like 2019 or something like that. And as a troll, I put like Rusty Penpoint, and then someone many years later actually gifted me Rusty Penpoint. And I had no idea why. And then literally a few days ago, I check. I'm like, oh, there's a wish listing in the game. I completely forgot. And I check out what's on my wish list, and it was Rusty Penpoint. The Rusty Penpoint Lawyer skin, that was the name of it. You gifted me the Mind's Eye Starry skin. Okay, yes, I remember that. I still have it. Did we do a stream on that? Did we do a stream on that skin? Psyche, are you going to be 22? Yes, I am going to be 22 this upcoming birthday. This upcoming birthday, we are going to be 22. Oh, Dungeon is here. That's why you check. Even if it's not there, it rules out possible dungeon options. Against Shadow, Shadow's 100, she becomes a lot worse endgame. As long as you have borrowed time, you're going to have 5% speed bonus. All you got to do is walk in a straight line, and she won't be able to get 100 on you with the full presence plus ghost combo. Because you will always walk out of the tombstone. The tombstone also has to get 20. Full presence plus ghost is not enough. She relies on the 20 from the tombstone, and when you're faster, you avoid that from the tombstone. So that you actually end up surviving quite a bit longer. If I ever get teleported on my gate, and the other person's gate is already opened, and they can all leave, I can just literally walk in a straight line to dungeon. So this is a very good dungeon spot against Shadow. Like, if I ever do the gate, and we already have the other gate open, if she ever teleports on me, I can literally walk in a straight line, I'll survive. She'll be right behind me, but she's not going to be close enough to kill me unless she has Blink, and then we'll just get a dungeon escape, as long as the other ciphers are almost done. Or not almost done, but if the other... What's it called? If the other gate is... Oh my goodness, I didn't end up seeing what cipher count we were there. I almost just popped on accident. Oh my god, I actually would have popped on accident. The psychologist popped her cipher. I think she primed hers before I did. Honestly, that was a really smart move from her, by the way, because I can get pressured by the ghost. I didn't even realize how smart of a move that was. So right now, since no one has the gate open yet on the other side, and we also don't have all our teammates at the other side of the gate, right now this dungeon doesn't do anything for us. That being said, we can still escape just fine, and we can live for a little bit. But I don't know how long, because I don't want to run into my teammate here. Oh, can we escape? She actually didn't use the ghost there. I was literally flywheeling to predict the ghost. She could have used the ghost afterwards. I guess she wasn't prepared for the gate opening? I don't know, I feel like she should have killed me right there. That was a little bit risky. But I think it was our best move, because now, even if I die, well then now Blake can just escape, even if I die. Because he just cannot get killed at this point. So I think that was still fine. That even if I died there, Blake just doesn't rescue me. He goes in his shovel. The hunter literally cannot do anything, and he just walks out. Just so happened that we also get a 4-man out of it, which is really nice. I'll take it. But let's say that was like, I don't know, like Sprinter or someone like that. They probably would be able to stop me there, unless I predict the ghost, which would be absolutely insane if we predicted when she uses the ghost, so that we dodge it with a flywheel. But let's say we don't, you know, then Gravekeeper can just easily leave. We still get a win. As long as we get that gate open, literally anyone like Mercenary, Gravekeeper, sometimes First Officer, if you're close enough to the gate, they can take a detention hit with their ability, or Mercenary doesn't even need his ability. He can literally just walk into the Hunter's arms and just take a hit as long as he's full health. Which is really nice. Yeah, I remember that. Landland waited whole 2 hours for no match. I had my brother back in Season 1 when he played Survivor. Survivor was the faction that never got matches back then. Although there were also a lot less players playing back then in general, back in Season 1. So he would actually play the game. And he played a whole 2-hour session. Most days he got 3 or 4 matches. He was waiting 30 minutes on average for like a match, 20, something like that. He would get maybe 3, 4, 5 matches a day. There was a day where he got 0 matches. A full day where he got 0 matches. I think the longest that I've ever had to wait for a match, the longest I ever had to wait was 90 minutes. I'm pretty sure. 90 minutes. It was at least an hour, but I'm pretty sure it was 90 minutes. Dude, Blake is asking me when I'm not even like reading the chat. Even when I'm not streaming, I'm not reading the chat. I'm just expecting him to start. Like if I have a problem, I'm gonna cancel the match. Why did Gaming Grizzly quit? I don't know. I don't keep up with Gaming Grizzly. I didn't even know he quit. It's like he not been through rank times hell enough. I actually miss rank times hell. That's how you know I was in it. Because I miss it. I miss it when matches took, on average, 5-10 minutes. Because it gave you a lot of time to just be like, okay, well, you know, that match was really bad. You know, if you needed a cool down, you're not just thrown right into the next match. It also gives you time to think about your next match and help you improve on the game. I feel like that's a big reason why I feel I was better at the game back then. Because there was time to just sit down and be like, just reflect, just think, be the philosopher, you know, the thinker. You know, just think about what happened the last match. And not just to help you improve, but just to relax, calm down, not be so tense. By the time the next match starts, you're probably good again. If you did a really bad mistake or something like that. And because each match was harder to get, I feel like I put more effort into each match as well. Nowadays, I get matches so instantly, you know, it's... Not only is it harder to keep up, but it's also just like, man, I can't even remember what happened the last match. You know, how am I supposed to get ready for this match? There's also more hunters nowadays, so there's more situations where it's like, you get a little bit screwed up because you didn't know who the hunter was. You go to a certain kiting area. That kiting area is really bad against hunter. You're up against like Shack. If you go to a place like Shack, normally that's a very good area. But against something like Geisha, you might be in a little bit of trouble because one pallet, she can easily dash over that. So, little stuff that pisses me off like that has gotten worse in the game with the more hunters there have been added. It's so bright outside. Hi, Psyche. What's up, Ithaca? Welcome to the stream. Psyche, would you ever try to get peak tier for Hunter? Probably not. If I ever try to get peak tier for Hunter, it's because I'm not playing Survivor anymore. That would be the only reason. By the way, counter is 3-0-0. Thank you so much, Lance. That's pretty decent, actually, so far. Only wins. Alright. Hunter, I believe, spawned in the top left, which means Shack is going to get blocked. If there's 2 middle, I would prefer to do middle, because whoever is going to go forest, whoever spawns forest, probably is going to get chased here. Ooh, that's bad for Thief again. Man, maybe we should chill on the Thief a little bit. We can always go back to Thief, but I don't want to just play Thief. If I can play other stuff, which, you know, I would love to play other stuff. I don't want to just stick around and play Thief all day. I've played so many survivors in this game that there's no such thing as like a main to me. Like it's like it's not really as much of a main as it is a meta to me. Like there's no such thing to me as like, oh, I only play this survivor, or oh, no matter what happens, I'm gonna stick with this survivor. Perfumer was my favorite survivor. Coordinator was my favorite survivor. But they both are not that good anymore as just auto-pick characters. So I just don't play them. They're not my favorites anymore. It's as simple as that. Because why? Because they don't win that well. I want to win. I want to win. And sometimes it'll be going the most try-hard stuff that destroys the hunter, and there's a lot of fun in that. But other times it's like going stuff like Thief. I like exploring something that no one is exploring and being like, hey, I discovered this. Check out how good this is if you just know how to use it. And that's also really fun, like exploring new stuff in the game. I mean, that's how I first started the game, right? That's how we all first started the game, exploring. Like being like, oh man, this map is so cool. Like, what am I gonna find on this map? How's it gonna work out? How am I even gonna survive here? And you know, the fear factor of it, you know, which is something that's fallen out nowadays. You know, that's just what's gonna happen with every game. You know, eventually you know everything, and it's hard to go back to those days again. But I definitely also don't miss it. I don't miss it because there were so many times in this game where I get so frustrated. Like, how does that hit through the pallet? How does that hit through the window? How is that ability hitting me? Violinist first comes out, he misses his note. I walk in it half a second later, it hits me. How does that hit me? Gamekeeper hook, how is that hitting me through the wall? You know? And stuff like that, where it's like, those stuff never change. Those things are still in the game. It's still just as bad as it was when I first started the game. The difference is I know it a lot better. And now, I don't get frustrated by it. I know why it's happening. I know why it happened. I'm like, oh, well, I got hit through the pallet because I dropped the pallet when the hunter was too close. Right? And nowadays, it's come to a point where I can basically tell you from any distance if a hunter is going to hit through based off their hitbox or not. And that's also become a lot of fun, you know, just knowing how to play the game is a lot of fun to me as well. You know, now, for that reason, I might not go back to when I first started playing the game, because that was also really frustrating. When you first start learning the game, being like, how is all this stuff connecting? How does this all work? You know, that's also really frustrating, so. In a way, I don't miss it, but definitely the novelty aspect of it was a good one too. This man has 0% flute. He still has flute in his inventory. That's how he's able to ping that. Alright, well, I'm over here. I'm just chilling. That was a really good kite from our teammate, by the way. I honestly could have gone and helped there. We honestly could have gone and helped there, but I do want to think about our rescuer here. Like, Tideturner's always going to make sure that we pop the Cypher in time anyway, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he does pop it in time before Tideturner runs out, so I don't necessarily need to help. I do want to ensure our teammate Blake here escapes safely here, endgame, by opening a gate near him. If he needs it, you know, he might not go near it, and that's fine too. Hunter could swap here. Okay, no, they choose not to. See, now this is an issue for Paul here, because Paul does not have a gate already open because he couldn't already be on it. Man, maybe I shouldn't have prioritized my rescue because my rescuer has an easier time surviving. Oh no, I don't like this. Okay, never mind. He had flywheel, so he's probably fine. Yeah, he was fine either way. Kind of a bad flywheel, but he still crawled out anyway. Was that the same Blood Queen from like 3 matches ago, by the way? Or was the other guy? I think the other guy was Blue Cow, but this name looks really familiar. This name looks so familiar. It's the Shadow from... No, it's not. Psyche racist confirmed. It's not racism. I just can't read these different languages. It might honestly be the same language. I honestly don't know. I can't tell if it's the same language or not. My forward in duos is unmatched. Well, good. You gotta have one harasser on your team always. Dude, they tend to save matches, but they can't do all the work. But it's really nice to have one still. Every once in a while, you know, you just need that little bit of a push. They can help you do it. Psyche gets canceled just like that because I can't read languages. I'm sorry, guys. I can't read every language and that I only know 3, which is probably still more than what the average person knows, which is probably more than what you know. But we're not gonna talk about that, you know, because that would be hypocritical for all to point that out on all the TikTokers, you know. We can't point that out, you know. How could we? We don't want to paint them to be hypocrites. I feel like Blood Queen Mirror should be able to be affected by abilities. You think so? You think so? I want the Blood Queen to get completely reworked. It makes half the survivors just not playable. Like, if I ever want to play Prisoner, I can't. Because Blood Queen exists. You know, it's just yeah. Enjoy Blood Queen. Here's a Blood Queen for you. Blood Queen here, Blood Queen there. If half your team dies to Blood Queen and the hunter knows Blood Queen, they'll get a guaranteed tie, possibly a win if they just never miss a mirror. You know, so I'm not really like, I'm not a big fan of Blood Queen. Blood Queen is not broken because at the same time you pick the right survivor and now she's the one getting hard counter. Now she's the one who's having a bad time. There's no outplay potential for Blood Queen most of the time. As long as you know what you're doing, you're going to be fine. As long as you know ability for ability and just watch the rest of the mirror, you're going to be fine most of the time. And so that's what's really frustrating playing Blood Queen and what's really frustrating going against Blood Queen, you know. I just don't like it. It makes a very black and white like meta. There is no outplay here. There's just, can the hunter hit their mirror? Yes. There's no reason you should dodge it then. Polish, English, and Spanish Lantern. Can you speak Spanish? Yes. I could read it. I could read it very easily. But I might not understand every word. I could guess. I'm getting better at it. Based off the situation, based off the wording, based off the ending, you know, stuff like that. It's like he's actually Asian. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, here's an unblocked cipher. Oh, someone is doing it already. Okay, that's fine. We don't necessarily need to do a block cipher machine. What up, Pit is connected? Oh no, he's just getting chased. Okay, so if he's getting chased, let's take a cipher. Perfect. The way it typically works is, it works in two ways. First of all, if the hunter didn't connect your cipher, the first thing is you should probably be suspicious. Was that a free hit, by the way? I think that was just a ability. I think he got an ability. But the first things first about Hermit is knowing that only 5 ciphers can be connected. And the other 2 ciphers are not connected, and so you decode them way faster than the connected ones. Can someone switch from my? Unfortunately, they both switched, but it's not a big deal. Because he already swapped here. Why am I getting such... This is a very bad kiting area here. Okay, no, he's not kiting here. I thought for a second he's kiting here. I'm like, man, never in a million years would I ever want to cut here. You know what? That was actually a really bad swap because now he just puts red and now they both injure and Antiquarian still dies. Unless I can get a red. Okay, no, that cipher's also not connected. Christmas tree's connected. I'm just not going to waste my time. He's probably going to go down before we even touch red anyway. Yeah, so that's why you don't want to double switch, guys, because that's what happens. The math is that you take 1.2 damage. Let's say you have 2 people switch next time. Now the hunter does 0.4 damage to everyone, including his target. So now they're at 1.6 injury, or health, depending on what you want to call it. And then he puts red, because the other 2 guys have red, and he just gets free damage in while still killing his target in 3 hits. So, it's like, what color are you with your nails? Keep them normal, please. Don't paint them at all. 0.8 plus 0.6, 1.4. Cryptkeeper loses it. Paul will die here. Pit will live. Man, I almost feel like we're going to lose this. I'm pretty sure we're going to lose this just off that early game. That we just had 2 people take unnecessary injury. So we do actually keep Paul alive here because I do switch to red. So now he does survive with 0.1 health, I believe that is. Let's count here. 0.8, 0.8, 0.6. Let's not switch to blue here. He should have put red, honestly. I don't know why he put blue. He could have forced me to switch right there. Because right now, Pit would still... Would Pit still die? No, Pit would actually... 0.4? Yeah, Pit would still die here. The hunter doesn't even realize that. With 1 person red, Pit would still die. I guess he doesn't want anyone else switching to red here, is the idea. Or switching their colors. Although, honestly, we all could. It would just be an overcommitment. Honestly, I would heal up here. I would heal up here. We need to heal each other up. Otherwise, we're for sure losing. Oh, they're separate. Yeah, I guess I'll heal up one of them. But yeah, you see this kind of... Man, we're gonna lose if we rescue him. Honestly, we're gonna lose here no matter what, though. Because of that early injury. That unnecessary injury. That... The double switch, man. I've told Blake so many times, man. Like, the double switch. And unfortunately, they just switched at the same time right there. So it's not like they could really do anything about it. You could tell specific people to switch polarity, I think. No, you can't. Oh, okay, that's kind of sad. He disconnected the cipher, which is going to boost our decoding. It looks like he disconnected all the ciphers, actually. Honestly, the difference this game is just going to be a rebound at this point, but it's going to be almost impossible because he has full presence. Look at this ability spam right here. You need to counter Hermit early on. That's the counter to Hermit. It's got to be early on. In a way, it reminds me of Old Feaster. Who remembers Old Feaster? Does anyone remember Old Feaster? You guys remember that? Nice. I think we will put an illusion there, just to get his speed up. Confuse him a little bit. Yeah, there we go. He took a route he wasn't predicting. Throw him off a little bit here. Nice. I'm not going to commit my ability. We're not going to survive it. He has too many abilities at this point. Man, the ability spam is insane with Hermit. He goes from having 1 polarity to 4 polarities with full presence, which is insane. Unfortunate. Even with him missing there, stalling so much time there, you know, it's only a matter of time before he gets his next ability. Yeah, it's kind of like Blood Queen in a way, where if too many people take unnecessary injury, you guys just fall behind. You don't have enough health to take it. Unless your abilities don't need health. Whew, if he had 1 more charge there, that would have been after half. Let's see what he's doing. That wasn't a very good... I don't know why he does that. That was a very bad polarity from the Hunter right there. It's even going to disappear. I don't know if he realizes that. Ah, he just has another one. See, that's what I mean. Like, with full presence, even if you throw an awful polarity... Oh, what? Oh, that's so sad. I didn't think we had the Cypher Prime there. That's so sad. He actually died. Because he couldn't pop it because he was knocked down earlier. Man, that's so sad, man. I don't know if we'll be able to get it now. I don't think we will. Paul's going to go down here again. Okay, no. Use the shovel. Okay, well, Paul's now going to go down again. Part 2. It would be really nice if he could rescue me, but it's just not going to be possible. Too bad. He can pick up my illusions, I think. Too bad. We were still so close there. Still, honestly, got really close there. But yeah, it's just that double connection really hurt us right there. Nah, we're not even gonna get 1 escape out. That double connection really hurt us there, because then you guys saw what he can do. He can still kill his target in 3 hits, but get extra damage on the teammates. What you would actually want to do there is you only want 1 person to switch there. So that way the person still dies in 3 hits, but you don't have 2 people taking injuries, you know? You only have 1 person taking injury the first time. And then the second time, whoever is your rescuer, generally speaking, the rescuer should not be switching. It should be up to the kiters. They should be the ones switching. Because they're not going to need their health as much as the rescuer who needs his health to go do the rescue in the first place. So let's say both the teammates switch. Right? You guys, let's say the target has blue and you guys switch to blue. If 3 people have blue, then the other 2 people who are not being chased, they go up to 0.4 injury. Right? But now what the Hermit can do is he can put red on his target again, because now the other 2 people cannot switch anymore, so they are now stuck with the red. They'll get another 0.4. Now they're at 0.8 injury. And Hermit basic attack does 1.2 damage. So that would equal 2, you would die. 2 hits, you would die. Little known fact, Hermit does not actually do a Hell Ember worth of damage. He doesn't do the same damage as like Clown or Hell Ember. He does 1.2 damage. He's like mini photographer. And so when you do the calculations, when you divide up the damage, you have to count that in. You have to include the fact that he starts with 1.2 damage and that is divided. And so you can figure out how much damage each person is going to take as long as you know that he starts out with 1.2 damage. He does, basically that means he does slightly more damage than the basic hit. Imagine Bonbon, right? Bonbon does 0.5 damage. If he throws 2 bombs at you and he hits you with 2 bombs, that's like 1 basic hit. 2 bombs, 0.5 plus 0.5 equals 1. That's basically 1 basic hit. Finally, you know, there's Photographer as well, which he does 1.5 damage. It says so in the book. That basically means 3/4 of your health. That does change how much damage you as a team take from the photo world because of that. If it weren't for that, then Photographer would not be able to hit someone in the camera world and then kill you with the next hit. That would not be possible. It's all thanks to that ability that he's able to do that. Similar to Hermit. To the fact that he's able to put 0.4 plus 0.4 now means that even if you're below half health, even if you're not actually injured and you can't get healed, you can still die to Hermit if you're at exactly 0.8 injury. I tend to call it 0.8 health, but that's not really true. It's technically 0.8 injury. Where did the hunter go? I just lost my heartbeat. Was that a Wu-Chang? Was it a Percy? I didn't even get to see. I'm a little bit careful. It is a Percy. Okay. Wait, oh, that's really bad then. I'm not in a very good area against... Generally, Thieves should always be the one spawning Church. But I'm going to let Pit have the pass here because I feel I'm more confident at kiting. And I do think Church is a good place to start your kite. And I do want him to have a good start. So I'm going to give him, I think, the better starting kiting area. Although the area I'm in is also good. It's just not good for my flashlight. It really depends on the hunter at that point whether you're able to get away from this area to go back to Church and use your flashlight, which is not always the case. Definitely against Percy, we wouldn't be able to do that. We would be kind of stuck here. So unless we have him vault a window, he's not going to get stunned by my flashlight. Let's see here. I do need to get my treasure after this game. Oh, by the way, I should add that the Hermit thing, with the 0.4 plus 0.4 equaling 0.8, so now basically will kill you. That's only true if you don't have a polarity on you that is not being shared. Because I do want to make clear that if you have red on you, just because you have red, that doesn't mean you're going to still survive. You need someone to share with you. You know, that's how the damage is split. You needed someone to share with you in the first place. It doesn't just magically disappear. It's divided evenly among you guys. But only with the people who have the same color. So I definitely wouldn't mind if he just crawled to a better area here. Pitstoppers is in a really bad area right now against Percy. So he's just kind of crawling right now. He honestly could also pick himself up as well if he wants. But that really depends on how far the hunter is. If the hunter's within warp range, that's also a bad idea. So I like this idea. I like that they're healing each other because now, I know Tide Turner is kind of like, no one talks about Tide Turner against Percy. But Tide Turner is going to be very helpful here. So that when this Percy teleports or warps, Pitstoppers can use this injury to get to a better kiting area against Percy, and the Tide Turner will help him run instead of crawl before he goes down. The only thing is he going to do that? Is he going to trust the powder area near him? Okay, he's going to try using the powder area near him, which, again, I don't recommend. It's really bad against Percy. But maybe he just doesn't want to go down. Maybe he thinks he can cut out a little bit. Maybe he's got windows right there. If he's got windows right there, that could also work. Then he wouldn't need to leave. He might have windows there, honestly. It's hard to tell. Because usually you don't see anyone kiting by that brick wall area. He pinged it. Again, he's kind of near it. He didn't die next to it, though, so I'm a little bit skeptical. I don't think he has it. I don't know why Blake came here if it wasn't to heal. A little bit confused. We don't need to do anything. Pitstoppers can heal himself at this point. And I can also come and take body block hits for him, which I think we do want to do this game. So yeah, we don't need to do anything. Man, Blake is running laps around the map. He has no idea which ciphers I popped. Bruh. Man, he just took a completely wrong route this game. We're gonna lose so much deco progress because of that. Man, was Shaq our last cipher as well? Or not Shaq, but Church. I'm just here to body block. I'm not really here to heal him. So I'm gonna protect him. Hunter has to come for him. So I'm here for you. Do I have stick together? I don't have stick together. Okay, it is what it is. Let's stick together would be a good ping in this situation. We anyway do need to heal him, even if the Hunter doesn't chase us. But now he basically has to never get seen. If he ever gets seen, he's gonna get killed. Ooh, I had a harpy right there. No, our teammate is gonna go down here. Yeah, we're not gonna reach him either. There are windows here. Okay, I see. Yeah, so I see. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. They can heal up. They anyway shouldn't be doing middle, so they can handle the heal. I'll do another Cypher Machine. Obviously now they're not gonna heal because he's on them, but that's why we're doing an extra Cypher Machine. My help here is a really big asset to our team right now. The fact that he's got a whole target working on a Cypher, he needs to stop. He needs to stop a second Cypher Machine right now, and even if he gets me, it's not gonna be enough to kill me. And so we can always come back to the Cypher Machine if he ever wants to just like hit and run. He's not gonna be able to do that. He can do that, but I would just get right back on the Cypher then. So he has to address 2 Cyphers right now, which is gonna be a little bit hard, especially with no teleport. If he knocks, he might be opting to camp Paul here. Maybe he's gonna give up on the Cypher Machines, judging that Blake is still decoding. I don't actually like that Blake is doing middle anyway. That's kind of a bad Cypher against Percy. Yeah, I have a feeling he's camping Paul. But he's not saying the Hunter's near him, he's just pinging healing progress. Oh god. Wait. We're gonna pop after this hit. Claustrophobia, negative 15%. They did buff Claustrophobia in the most recent update, so that even if there's only 3 survivors left, they'll still do something. Oh god. Yeah. I don't know if we're going to be able to get it. It depends how many dashes he has. He probably has quite a bit because he was just sitting there camping. He gets 1 dash every 10 seconds. I got a body block for Blake too here. Otherwise he's going to go down. Alright, never mind. He's got a shovel. Okay, so we're still fine. I can go down. I could literally rush the gate. What was that? I could literally rush the gate, and as long as I open the gate, I could literally just crawl out. So I don't need to worry so much about myself. But Blake would go down, so got to keep him alive. Kind of similar to the Seer. Unfortunately, we split up at literally like the worst time. Fortunately for him, he also found the Seer, which is crazy and lucky that he just got found instantly. We got these corn stock things. I don't even know what they do. We got corn, I guess? I don't know. I think it's supposed to be bamboo, but it looks like corn.